Hello and welcome to episode 3 of QuickStep's Quick Guide. It's a series where I quickly guide you through the various aspects of Minecraft, teaching you the basics you need to know in order to play the game. In the last episode we talked about the basics of caving and mining. In today's episode I'll be covering more advanced techniques you can use to make your sessions easier and more efficient. With that out of the way, let's get started. If you watched the last episode you'll know how to craft the basic equipment you'll need. This time we're going to upgrade it all. We'll start by upgrading our armour from iron to diamond. For this, you'll need 24 diamonds to craft a helmet, a chest plate, some leggings, and boots. Now we'll place 4 sticks and 6 diamonds in the pickaxe T-shape and craft 2 diamond pickaxes. Then another stick and 2 diamonds for a diamond sword, and 2 more sticks and 1 diamond for a diamond shovel. Then we'll place 3 sticks like this with 3 string in a straight line to make ourselves a bow. In episode 1 I mentioned that chickens can drop feathers that can be made into arrows. Well, this is how. 1 feather, 1 stick and 1 flint, which you can get by using a shovel and gravel, and this will make you 4 arrows. Now we're going to enchant them. I won't go into detail about enchanting as I have a future quick guide episode planned for that, so I'll just mention the basics. If you click on an enchanting table you'll get this menu. By placing a piece of armour, a tool or a weapon in the first slot and some lapis in the second, you'll get this list of available enchantments. As long as you have enough lapis and experience, you can select any of the enchantments in the list and they'll be applied to the item. You can also enchant books with this method. You can use an anvil to combine 2 items of the same type to get a single item with the enchantments from both, and anvils are also how you use those enchanted books. If I put my diamond helmet in the anvil with this book, it will gain Unbreaking 3, which will make it last longer before breaking. Unbreaking should be applied to everything so all of it lasts longer. It will also get Protection 4, which increases the amount of damage you can take, plus Accurate Affinity and Respiration for mining faster and breathing longer when underwater. The chest plate and leggings should have at bare minimum protection. I usually go with 2 pieces of armour with protection and 2 with fire protection, so I'll put protection on my chest plate and fire protection on my leggings. That leaves fire protection for my boots, plus Depth Strider for swimming faster and Feather Falling to decrease fall damage in case I plummet into a large cave. I want to have at least sharpness on my sword to kill mobs quicker by increasing my damage output, and my shovel will have efficiency so it can clear dirt, sand and gravel faster. And this is why I crafted 2 pickaxes. One is going to have efficiency and fortune in order to mine blocks and ores faster while getting more item drops from the ores. But the other will have efficiency and silk touch. I'll show you why later. Lastly, I'm going to add infinity to my bow as this gives you infinite arrows as long as you have at least 1 in your inventory. When it comes to advanced inventory and item management, if you've been to the Nether or be in the Ender Dragon, you may have access to an Ender chest or shulker boxes. These are both great for increasing your carrying capacity but are not things you're likely to have if you haven't been playing your world for very long, so I won't go into them in this episode. What you can do instead if you've managed to get silk touch is use that pickaxe on all the ores you want to mine. This way you'll get the ore block instead of the drops, meaning you won't fill your inventory as quickly, especially if you plan on using fortune on them, which you can do once you take the ores back to your base. Don't worry if you haven't got silk touch yet, there's one more thing I can teach you. Things like coal, redstone dust, lapis and all types of raw ores and ingots can be placed in a 3x3 square in a crafting table to make a block of that material. So if you have a whole stack or more, doing this will save a lot of space. The blocks can then be split back up again later. Now time for the actual caving and mining. All the tips from the last episode still apply, so if you haven't seen it yet you should go and check that out first. When caving you may stumble upon a dungeon. These are 5x5, 7x7 or 5x7 block rooms made of cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. They can generate in any biome and will have 1 or 2 chests of loot. Each dungeon will also have a monster spawner you're going to want to place a torch on top of in the middle. These blocks spawn whatever mob is spinning around inside. This is a zombie spawner which has a 50% chance of generating. But dungeons can also have skeleton or spider spawners, which each have a 25% chance. Spawners cannot be obtained in survival and will be destroyed if you mine it. Placing a torch on top will provide enough light to stop mobs spawning from it. Another thing you could potentially find yourself wandering into is a mineshaft. Mineshafts will have lots of rails on the floor. These can be crafted in batches of 16 at a time but do require 6 iron ingots per batch, so gathering rails from mineshafts can save on a lot of iron. Rails can be used to allow minecarts to travel along them. You can even ride inside them, making for quicker travel over long distances. Speaking of minecarts, mineshafts will often have minecarts with chests containing loot sitting around. These can be looted and taken for your own use. Mineshaft's also a good way to top up on torches if you're running low, but watch out for the cave spider spawners. Now this is a ravine. They are long, wide, deep cracks in the ground. It's a deadly drop to the bottom, but you could aim for some water for a safe landing and a quick way down. The bottoms of ravines sit at low Y levels, making them ideal for gathering ores, but also means lots of lava. Fortunately, there is often water down there as well, which turns lots of it into obsidian, and you could use your bucket of water to turn the rest of it into obsidian as well. Now, before mining, there's one thing you should do. Set up a base camp at the start of your mine. Place a bed to set your spawn point, a crafting table and furnace to craft replacement gear and smelt ores when needed, at least a double chest for extra storage, and an infinite water source in case you lose your bucket. There's a few different methods for creating an infinite water source. I like to use this one. I dig a 1x3 hole and I fill the two end spaces with water. The water from those spaces will fill into the middle space, which you can keep taking infinitely. Now, there are different methods for mining, but the two most common types are strip mining and branch mining. Strip mining is the process of mining out a large area by removing layer after layer of material. This can be a slow and tedious process, but can get you a lot of resources, and it also leaves you with a large area you can build in. Branch mining, however, is the process of digging tunnels or branches that go off in straight lines in order to maximise the amount of resources found while minimising the amount of mining you have to do. This also makes your pickaxes last longer as you're using them on less blocks overall. I find it only a little less tedious, but a lot more efficient for finding diamonds. To branch mine, simply dig down to your desired Y level, then dig a 1x2 tunnel in any direction. Then you dig 1x2 tunnels coming out of the side of your original tunnel. These tunnels should be placed 3 blocks apart so there are 2 blocks between them. And then that way you'll never miss an ore. That's it for QuickStep's quick guide to advanced caving and mining. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one.